Everyone, I'm here with Mannie after 5-1 win. I'm not going to lie to you, man. I think I've exhausted all my questions. So let me just ask you, how happy are you with that? And where do you really think this Arsenal side can go? Like days like this, where we weren't even sensational, we won 5-1. Which reminds you of a really good team.
Honestly, I think we did a good job. Like you literally hit the nail on the head. Like the game was such a weird game in terms of like it didn't feel like we actually dominated everything.
I agree.
Like people want first to the ball. They lost their challenges more often than not. But one thing I will give credit to the team and to Arteta about, like in a place like Crystal Palace, where literally the fans are right on top of you. It's such an intimate ground, and they're right there, right there. If we're able to have like get I say scrappy win, and win 5-1, I'm not complaining. The only thing that we've got to do is literally like keep close to Liverpool and to the Chelsea, those that are ahead of us, and hopefully just keep the pressure on for the title race. Like, personally, I haven't given up. I haven't given up. I'm just hoping that we're able to sort of like carry on doing our job, apply the pressure, score the goals. Today, one thing I'll describe today, we had conviction, like we were clinical in the box. I mean, Jesus.
Extremely clinical, yeah.
I mean, that's what, 5 goals?
Yeah, 5 in the week, yeah.
5 in the week, literally. We were absolutely clinical, and I'm glad to see some people chipping in. Martinelli needed a goal. He got a goal today. But yeah, overall, it was positive. It wasn't the best game I've seen, but 5-1 away, I'll take.
Mate, that's what I found so interesting about it. Was like we weren't sensational. Like we were good. I mean, I actually thought the defenders lost a lot of their duels with Palace's front three. I thought they pressed us. I thought they did a lot of good. I mean, if I'm Oliver Glasner, I mean, I imagine he's sitting there in the changing room going, "Listen, you just came up against a team that they're having one of those days where kind of everything kind of worked for them. And I'm not saying we weren't good. I mean, we were deserving of a comprehensive win. We had a lot of chances ourselves, but." 5-1, brilliant. We take it because I look at other games like Fulham where I thought, how did we not score more in that game? So yeah, that's football. It's a funny old game.
Absolutely. Like, for me, like the Premier League, you cannot predict it. Like you cannot predict. I mean, we're seeing what's happening with Man City now.
Yeah.
They're saying, well, Rodgers out, so that's why they're doing X, Y, Z. But listen, the Premier League is such a tough league. Like I will take a win any way I can get it. I'll be honest with you. I'll take the win any way I can get it. The days of sort of like playing people off the park until we've won this game. Like it's kind of like, I mean, the days still happen, but they're very few and far in between. Like
you rarely see a side, and I might be wrong, people, but I think you rarely see a side like totally dominant. And I guess my point is, there is always another coach. There's always another set of tactics. And these coaches and players are getting better across the league. And yeah, there are going to be days where you suffer a bit against a side like Palace, who are good, have got really good players, but we came through. And we're clinical and ultimately made it comprehensive on a day where it might not have been otherwise.
And that's all we can ask for. That's all we can ask for. Like, we was even saying earlier, a couple of weeks ago, months ago, someone like Jesus in the box will take an extra touch, then the next minute that opportunity is gone. Today, literally, first touch, I think both goals were first touch.
Yes, both first-time finishes.
First-time finishes, like, we will take that, in terms of like even like him with his link-up play, we've never had an issue with his link-up play. We know we can link up with with the wingers, with the midfielders. We know we can do that. But one thing we've also asked from him, can you put the ball in the back of the net? That's what we need. That's what we need. And I also just even though we're going into January, the transfer window is opening soon. I know, but it's a case like where we should always keep in mind that we've been calling out for certain positions to be sort of like reinforced. Even though Jesus is in a great run of form at the minute, like we cannot forget that. It's great that he's hit the form at the at the right time, but also we should always like stick to our guns and know that what we really need, and not sort of like not get lost in the lights and get lost get lost with the fairies. But it's a case where like we need to know what we've been calling out for a very long time, and to keep that.
We can't change We can't change what we've been feeling about the team before based on 1 week, is essentially what we're saying. Exactly. As well as he's done, and it can give us it's more data to take in, it's more to learn from. Exactly. But ultimately, if we felt for a year that we needed a striker, this team needed that moments player, that difference maker in the front three, as brilliant Jesus has been, and all the credit to him, it shouldn't really change our minds too much.
I mean, look, touch wood, it doesn't happen. Like, say if he gets injured.
He's had.
We saw Saka today. He's down. I think with maybe a hamstring. I'm not too sure. I haven't checked it over. I think it's a hamstring. If Jesus gets injured, then it's like, okay, we're really, really relying on Havertz now. If Havertz, God forbid, gets injured as well, then what are you doing?
No, you're right.
Like reinforcements are a must. Like obviously we don't know what Arteta's going to do and what the plans are. especially with, you know, the sporting director now not there.
Yeah.
But it's just right now, I think we need to enjoy this moment that we're in. I mean, 5-1.
Yeah.
I'm talking like we lost the game. By the way, we won 5-1.
No, it's good to
I'm
talk about
just
the
aware,
bigger
like,
picture.
I'm not going to let any sort of result, like, cloud my judgment of what we really need in the January transfer window.
Yeah.
But I'm at the minute, listen, I can't complain. I'm happy. I'm buzzing. Jesus, 2 goals today. Can't complain, you know. So it's a great day.
Thank you, Manny. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man.